Paul Danan's friend found the telly icon dead on his sofa. It has been confirmed. Paul, 46, was found unresponsive at his home in Bristol on January 15. The late star, who was known for appearing on Celebrity Big Brother, Celebrity Love Island and starring as Sol Patrick on Channel 4's Hollyoaks, died from a cocktail of drugs, including cocaine and heroin. The inquest heard that friends of Paul raised the alarm after not seeing him. They could not get hold of him for 2 days before he died, so got a ladder to look through an open window, and a neighbor entered to find him. There he found Paul, dead, sitting slumped at the edge of his sofa, with the television still on. Before the accidental overdose, in May 2024, a GP received a letter telling him Paul had suffered a non-intentional overdose and spent a period of time in intensive care. He left with a plan to use methadone but often reported repeated use of crack cocaine and heroin. Paul reported he had no intention to end his life and the overdose was accidental. After the overdose he moved into his parents' home for support while he tried to kick his habit. In August 2024, he told a GP he had thoughts of suicidal ideation but had no intentions of acting upon them. He was put under psychological care in the community but asked to be signed off work because he was not well. Neighbor Melissa Crooks was the last person to see him 2 days before he died and that he had not checked WhatsApp since the time she left his flat. Paul's mum, Beverly Danan, paid tribute to her son saying, "Paul helped so many people from all walks of life but just could not help himself in the same way." She added, "His smiling face and love for life will always be remembered." Coroner Debbie Rooks recorded a conclusion of misadventure. She told the coroner's court in Bristol, "I do not have any evidence before me that Paul planned to take his own life." An inquest into his death was held at Avon Coroner's Court in Bristol. "The circumstances are that Mr. Danan was found unresponsive at his home address," said Alexis Camp from the coroner's office. Camp added, "Emergency services attended and confirmed he had sadly died. A post-mortem has taken place and samples have been removed for further analysis." No note was left. A court had previously heard that Danan's provisional cause of death was the combined toxicity of heroin, methadone, codeine, cocaine, zorpiclone and pregabalin, contributed to bibenzodiazepine use. The inquest continued before Assistant Coroner Deborah Rooks. It was listed as a read inquest, meaning evidence was more than likely to be given in the form of written statements, rather than verbal evidence from witnesses. 1 day after his death, Danan was due to appear at a plea hearing at Warrington Magistrates Court after being charged with possession of cocaine and cannabis, according to court documents. He was also accused of driving whilst under the influence of drugs on October 2 last year, in Warrington, Cheshire. The actor had been open about his struggles with addiction, and had previously entered rehab in a bid to recover. In 2017, Danan took part in Channel 5's Celebrity Big Brother, when he was evicted early, and said at the time he hoped the series would give him a second chance at his career. He regularly called for his return to Hollyoaks and later began the podcast The Morning After with Paul Danan, which lasted from 2019 until 2023. In 2020, he started a drama workshop, Morning After Drama, which grew from online sessions during the pandemic to workshops in London, Oxford and the South West. His other appearances included on E4's Celebrity Coach Trip and Channel 4 sketch comedy program The Kevin Bishop Show. Danan discussed his substance abuse and recovery on ITV's The Jeremy Kyle Show in 2019, which he said began when he was a teenager. He said he had to work hard at it every day to keep in recovery. In 2010, he pleaded guilty to drugs and public order offences and was fined £350 and referred to a drugs agency for support by Stevenage Magistrates Court. A statement from Independent Creative Management said, "It is with heavy hearts that we share the tragic news of the passing of Paul Danan at just 46 years old." Known for his television presence, exceptional talent, and unwavering kindness, Paul was a beacon of light to so many. His untimely departure will leave irreplaceable voids in the lives of all who knew him.